Well, we're race number 3 at Meydan, and for the first time this year, we have reserves. We've got loads of entries. It is a little bit sad. Unfortunately, the racing that's been written, we've got a large number of horses for this sort of standard of racing at the moment. A lot to do, I think, with the ones in quarantine are rated a bit higher. So we've got small fields for the sort of 80, 90, 100 rated races. A lot of horses rated up to 80 trying to get a run. If you'd have written a 6 and 7 furlong, you'd have had 12, 14 runners in both.
Yeah, exactly.
Or 7 and 8 furlong even.
Yeah, just so an alternative distance for that. It will work much better.
Yeah, you look at this one. I'll speak from my disappointment. You got Prince Sean, who ran a great race last time, finished second, and can't get in.
No.
Same trip. He ran a great race. He's come back out. You know, we thought he'd have a big chance here, and I've gone for the race. It's not a great race. And Prince Sean doesn't get in. For me, there's horses here that need further. There's a couple of horses that need shorter.
Yeah.
But they've all had to come and run in a mile. Is there anything there that you can look at? I mean, there's a couple of horses in here that are maidens still. Anything that stands out to you that says, "Ooh, that could have a chance"?
I've gone for one of Abdullah bin Hussein's horses, who runs all sorts of trips. But when he ran a mile here last time out, he looked good to me. Tamarud, and he was the horse to beat your horse.
Yeah.
And it was a great race between them. And if you're right, he's got in, and Prince Sean's a reserve at the moment. You never know what things might happen. Tamarud, for me, really stuck his neck out that night, and he had a claimer on him. But without the claimer now, with Patrick Cosgrove in the saddle, I just think his form's pretty decent. And this is a hard race. And I was really, really torn between Karma Chameleon and this horse. And I really went with the draw at the end of the day.
Well, I mean, Tamarud, gate 4 last time, gate 4 again. Starting to notice a pattern, by the way.
Yeah.
He's gone up £5, which I think he was worth that. I think he won quite comfortably in the end. He was finishing very well.
That was fair enough, yeah.
But he's also gone up 3 kilos. That's another £6 or £7. Yeah. So he's carrying nearly £12 more.
Well,
and
I understand all that, and Sky Cruiser, you could say, might get a bit close to him when he was in third. But that's funny.
Well, to be fair, Mark Monaghan was on board, so there's 3 kilos.
There you go.
Been added back on there.
The third in that race, not the second. There you go. I just give him a chance. I like the chances of Karma Chameleon, even though he was 5th last time out. But he met a nice horse in Antonori, and was not too far behind.
Watch the race back. As a turn for home, I mean, he was kept in the whole way, but as a turn for home, Pat had to literally go from, the horse that finished, I think he's not in this race, he's in the race later, Anon. Kept him on the outside of him.
Yeah.
Anon went up to 3rd. As Anon went 3rd, I think he went 2nd. The other Sheikh Hamdan horse pretty much took his place and kept Karma in. Karma went from 4th or 5th right to last but 1.
That's right.
Back round the outside, then ran on and finished 5th. Actually finishing better than all the ones in front of him.
Yeah.
If he'd have been able to get out and have a run,
he'd have
I think he could have won.
Yeah, he'd have definitely.
And I mean, I've watched the race 3 or 4 times now. Pat wasn't even hard on him running on, so he put a good effort in. On that, 14 and 15, Tamarud and Sky Cruiser both had 3 kilo claimers on last time, and they've had them taken off. Prince Sean split them without a 3 kilo claimer on, carrying his proper weight. How would he have done with her? Would he have beat them if he'd have got the... He'd have been there or thereabouts. As I said, there's a lot of horses in this. Number 16 is still a maiden. Why he's not running in the maiden, I don't quite get.
You probably find that this is the trouble nowadays. You either go for the maiden and meet somebody rated 100,
or you try a handicap.
And meet the top rate at 80, rated 80, and get a bit away from them.
But if you go for the card, we've said it a few times, there's a lot of horses that want different distances.
Yeah.
Karma Chameleon's last 3 or 4 runs have been over 1950 or further.
But you might get that trip running from 15 still.
Yeah, you probably have to do 1950 or further.
You might work in your favour.
The thing is 4 wins are over this distance.
Yeah.
You know, he won 4 on the bounce for us in the UK, and they were all over, well, a mile or a mile and a bit in Wolverhampton. It's an extra 100 yards, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with the mile. I have a problem with the 15 draw. Prince Sean last week was 12 of 12. Karma Chameleon's 15 of 16, and Mathgall's 12 of 12. So we've had nice, lovely, easy draws.
Talk to your trainer about draws.
Statistically, I cannot believe it. Was it 2 years ago when you were there? Virtually every one of my horses was drawn on the outside.
Yeah.
Can Karma win? He'll be ridden from the back. He'll be dropped in.
He can do.
And he can win. Personally, I think the 15 draw costs us 3 or 4 lengths at the start. Then he's got to come round and that's 3 or 4 more lengths. No, I'm probably going to end up tipping him. I'm going to end up tipping him because I couldn't find anything else in the race.
Yeah, sure.
Jani's Jingle, awful race at Jebel Ali last week. Didn't like the track. Didn't really like the surface. Struggled with the distance.
Needs turf. I'm sorry.
Probably, yeah. But if its form had been on firm turf, I'd say you like to Peter.
You've got to give a little chance. I know.
But well, I was going to say all the form is on soft turf.
It's soft, yeah, good, and it's not fun.
Won't suit here. Don't think that'll have much of a chance. Then I did the same as you. I looked at a few, and I looked at this Capital Market.
Yeah.
Now he was only 4 lengths beaten last time by Gahab, and he's down £7 for that. And I'm thinking, that gives you a bit of a chance.
He lost £5 because he
didn't run through yet, but he's still, he's still £7 down.
He's been off the track a lot more. I don't like that with this.
A lot of horses have come out this year winning first time out.
Well, yeah, but you look at their situations. I think this one is really. It needed a bit of form behind it to do that, and it hasn't got it really.
Bravo Ragazoo.
Yeah,
horse number 11.
He ran well last time, didn't he?
But it was over further. He seemed to enjoy the trip.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure coming back to the mile will suit.
I quite agree with you. I think that's really ruled him out for me.
Yeah. In the end, I was looking at Tamarud and Sky Cruise, the same as you. And then I've got to be honest, I thought, you know what? I think it's a poor race. I'm still convinced Karma Chameleon is at least £10 better than his rating.
Yeah.
Unless Melvin's listening, then he needs to drop £10. So I'm going to go for Karma.
No, I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all.
So for me, number 5, Karma Chameleon.
Yeah, I'm going to go with 14, Tamarud.
Okay, so that is race number 3, full card. Hopefully Prince Sean will sneak in. If he does and he gets a nice draw, I'll change my tip to him.